Hey everybody, it's Carrie and I am back with another chat video for you today. Just a quick little note right off the bat. I have got the puppies in here with me and Coco is currently, she's crawled up in their little carrier bag, and she's scratching around. So if you hear any noise, that is what's going on. They're making a little bit of noise. So I just thought I would warn you in case you guys heard anything. Got my notes per usual. So let's go ahead and get started with this chat. I hope you guys have all had a blessed and wonderful week this week. I personally have had a fairly good week myself. As far as eBay is concerned, I thought I would just start out with that. I've had a pretty good week. I want to say, this is bad, I didn't count the number of sales before I came in, but I think I've had 5 this week. And last week when I filmed the video, I had 4 by the filming of the video, and then I sold 2 more that night. So I had a total of 6 last week, and I think it's 5 this week. I have one story that's sort of funny. Somebody made me an offer for something. I remember the item was $30. I believe it was $30. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my notes. The item was, I believe, $35. They offered me $30 and said they wanted free shipping. I had the shipping marked $5. And so I denied the offer and I said, I don't do free shipping. So the person came back and offered me $25 and said they would pay for shipping, and I'm like, I'm not stupid. That is the exact same thing as the first offer because it was like, whatever, I'm not stupid, so I just like declined that as well. But that was been kind of my funny story for the week. Other than that, not too many other funny stories, but it's, I feel like it is slowing down, but I wish it would speed back up. I just really want to sell a bunch of stuff, but right as I was talking about eBay, that little area, I think I was talking about how much I had sold for the month so far. My camera battery died, and then I had to go run around trying to figure out where the other one was, and I realized I had placed something on top of it. Regardless of all that, I'm going to move on past eBay. I went to the foot doctor this week, and I got a shot in both feet, and because the plantar fasciitis has it started hurt, my left foot started hurting again, and then my right foot started hurting, and the shot in the left foot seemed to do pretty good. I'm not having a lot of issue there, but the one in the right foot, it didn't seem to take, and so the doctor did tell me it takes 24 to 48 hours for it to work. But this is Saturday and I got the shot Monday morning, so it's been past that time. She did say she wants me to go to physical therapy for it, so I was kind of waiting on a call. She said, we'll give them your information, they'll be calling you. She said, or you can call them, so I haven't heard from them yet, so I'm going to give them a call on Monday and try to set an appointment and see if we can go that route, and if that doesn't work, call the doctor back and hopefully get another shot in my right foot, because it is just not pleasant to live that way. But so other than my feet hurting, the week's still been pretty good. So one other thing I really wanted to talk about, I don't have a lot of information in my notes this week, but last week I mentioned someone had contacted me about getting my teeth whitened. They wanted me to do like a collaboration, so I thought I would talk more about that and tell you kind of what transpired, and then I'll show you the puppies and then end the chat video. So originally, let me back up just a little bit and digress. Originally, they had emailed me, the company, or the marketing person from the company, and I didn't really read the email in depth. I kind of skimmed the email, and I just decided not to do it. And then I deleted the email. And then I got the second one, and that's the one I was talking to you guys about. So again, I'm kind of one of those people, I'll skim something really quick, see if it looks interesting, and then later go back and read it more in depth. So in his first email, I'm not going to tell you the company, because I don't want, after I tell you what I'm going to tell you, I don't want them to come back and potentially sue me for being, is it libel or slander? I think it's slander, because it's the spoken word, not the written word. I'm going to give you my opinion, and I'm going to let you form your opinion as well. But the original email, and I'm not going to read everything about it, but they said something in this email that really jumped out at me, and I will admit it intrigued me. Let me find it. Okay, here's one statement, one sentence in this email. We are prepared to compensate you for your time and efforts. Now, I don't know about you guys, but compensation means money. That did intrigue me as well, let's just be honest. I originally thought, I can't believe, after I read that and realized what they were saying, I couldn't believe that they were actually going to compensate me because, number one, I have a small channel. I realized that. I didn't think I could ask for any money or command any money. I thought they're just going to send me a kit. That's what I had originally thought. And then when I read it and said compensate me or compensate you for your time and efforts, I thought, I got really intrigued about it. And you know, when somebody is going to offer you some money to do something, I thought, why not take the opportunity? So I emailed back and I said, I may be interested. So this is my email I'm reading. I may be interested. I watched the video and the end result looks amazing because they had sent me a link to a video to watch and it looks like it really worked. It is definitely a product I could personally benefit from using. As far as me doing a video about it, what did you have in mind on how it would work? I'm assuming you would send me a kit and then I would talk about the results. Please know that if it doesn't work, that I would be honest with my viewers and let them know I would only give my honest opinion. So that was my first email back to them. So then I get another email back and it says, hey Karrie, I'm happy to hear from you. It says basically we are seeking a dedicated video which would include your testimonial of the product, demonstration of how to use the product, and include your before and after pictures. I am aware you did not ask for money. However, your time and effort should not go uncompensated, and I want to give you as much as I can. That statement right there told me that they were going to pay me. I didn't know how much. I was thinking, my channel is really small. I said, maybe $25. If I got lucky, $100. And so that's what I was thinking. I'm just sharing that with you. But it says, your time and effort should not go uncompensated, and I want to give you as much as I can. Keep that in mind. And then he goes on to say, I definitely want you to try the product first and get the results before creating your video, which I thought that was interesting because to me, there's an underlying statement right there that's saying, if it doesn't work, I'm reading between the lines, but if it doesn't work, they don't want me to tell anybody if it doesn't work. They just want it to be like, we're not going to talk about it. And then I was kind of like, well, how am I supposed to see if the results work before creating the video? Because most of the video would have been like me showing you how to do the product, how to use it, the before and after shots. I would still have to do a lot of work on that video before actually sitting down and telling you my opinion. This part where I'd be chatting wouldn't be that much. It would be all the other work. So I'd still be doing a lot of work. So, and then he says, let me know your thoughts. And so I emailed him back and I said, I would be interested in doing this. What is the usual amount you compensate people who create these types of videos? I thought I'm just going to come out and ask him. I am not sure how much time and effort would go into this process, therefore I do not have a specific amount in mind. I am assuming this is a 1 to 2 week process and also taking photos and then filming and editing a video. I know several hours would be put into this, but at this time I'm not sure of the amount of time. Also keep in mind, regardless of the outcome, I would only give my honest opinion about the kit. If it works and I love the results, I would say that in video. If it doesn't work, I would say that as well. Well, then a few days later, I get an email back. And it says, hey Karrie, thanks for getting back to me. Based on your channel size, I would not be able to offer you an upfront payment. Right there. However, I would be able to offer you a free product. So I'm going to stop right there for a minute and tell you, based on all of that, I knew originally when they contacted me that they probably didn't see the size of my channel. They just were, I don't know how they found my channel. I did do a YouTube search for this product and it is out there all over the place. And so it's not a product that hasn't made an appearance on YouTube before, so they have found a lot of people's channels. And the channels range from a large number of subscribers to something about the size of mine. And so if they would have been honest with me originally and says, hey, we want to send you a free kit to try it out, and if you like it, do a testimonial. If not, you know, fine, you don't have to do anything. And if they would have said that up front, I would have been fine with that. I never in the first place expected to get paid because of the size of my channel. They pretty much, I mean, companies will pretty much pay the larger channels. I get that because they want to reach as many people as possible. So I'm not coming at this from a greedy standpoint of like, well, you're refusing to give me some money because therefore I'm not going to do it. It's not that at all. It's the fact that he told me I would be compensated twice, and then comes back and says, well, we're not going to be able to give you upfront money. So let me go back to the rest of the email. He said, I would set you up with a 7% commission on sales derived from your video. Then in quotes, or parentheses, excuse me, not quotes, tracking links are provided for influencers. So what they would end up doing was giving me a free kit, and then when you guys watch the video, if I created it, because if it didn't work, they still didn't, I mean, basically they came back and says, don't create it until you see the results. So if I never ended up creating the video, there would be zero compensation. And then, let's say I did the video, and then you guys watched it. If none of you bought the kit after I did the video, I would never make any money. Or let's say that you thought, you know, I want to buy the kit, but I don't want to use Karrie's links. I would not make any money. So do you see where it's going here? He promised me compensation, but in the very end, they really couldn't promise me. They're not going to give me any compensation, but if I do the video and somebody happens to buy one, I'll get 7%. So, I mean, I honestly felt lied to. And so, with that being said, I basically just emailed him back and said, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to collaborate, but I am going to decline. The reason I'm declining the kit is because I don't feel this product would be beneficial for my channel or the sales of the product, which is true. I generally talk more about fashion, and I told him that. I said I do mostly modest fashion videos, and you know, went on with that. I put this statement in there. I said, I will admit to being intrigued with the product and also being intrigued with your strong implication that I would be receiving a monetary compensation for my time and effort. I cannot predict if sales would be generated because of this video I created. I do understand this is business and your bottom line is selling as many of these kits as I can. I know my channel does not have a large number of subscribers, but I do have over 700,000 views. And I said, again, thanks for the opportunity. So I wasn't rude back to him whatsoever, but I wanted to point out that in a roundabout way that they lied to me and I'm turning it down. And also it's also not the type of video that I generally do as well, and you guys know that as well if you've been watching for a while. But you know, you may disagree that they lied to me. I honestly felt they lied. They have really slimy business practices, and that is why I'm not going to tell you the name, because I just call them slimy. But I will tell you, I have used a kind of kit after watching the video and saw how it works. I did get the same type of kit a few years ago from my dentist office. It's where molds are made of your teeth, and then they give you syringes that it has some sort of gel in there, and then you put the gel in the little molds and then you wear them for a while. That's the process. There was no lights to be used. I know some kits, they'll have a light that you put on your teeth. It was nothing like that. So it did appear to be the same type that you would get from your dentist office. And I will tell you, I looked up the prices of this particular company's kits, and I believe they range from $129 to $159. And so because of those prices, I seriously thought before I emailed him back, I said, I personally would not pay that much money for a kit unless I got it from my dentist office. And potentially if you get some from the dentist, the dental insurance may pay for it or may help compensate. So I have dental insurance, so I thought if I'm going to do anything like that, I would prefer it come from the dentist, especially at that price point. And then I got to thinking, how many of the people who watch my channel would pay $129 to $159? I was like, I just don't know. And I know that I personally would not do that. So in addition to them lying to me, I also felt that I was like, there's not going to be any sales on that product. So that is why I'm not going to do the teeth whitening kit from that particular company. So I hope that all makes sense. I know this video has been mainly about that, but that's what's happened. But it's like one of those things. I realize it is business, but if they would have honestly have been honest with me up front and just said, hey, we're not going to pay you anything from up front, but we're going to give you a free kit and we'll give you 7% of the sales. If they, I might have taken it at that point just to get a free teeth whitening kit, but I'll be honest and tell you, I would not have ever repurchased something for that price, a teeth whitening kit. I just would not have done it, and I don't know that any of you would have done it either. So I would have felt like, I could have gotten one free kit. Why not do it? At that point I was probably do it, but I was just like, So I realized that was a big ramble that I just did, but I hope you guys don't mind me rambling, because that's what I am best at doing, is rambling. I'm going to go ahead and show you the puppies now. I've got Chanel in my lap. She has been squirming. I'm going to have to go grab Coco. She's over there, or get her attention and get her over here. But here's Chanel. She's doing really, really well. I'm going to quickly show you how long she is. And look at that. I think at one point she may end up getting longer than the viewfinder is. But she's doing really well. I'm going to go ahead and put her down and see if I can get Coco to come over here. Coco, come here. Come here. Come here, Coco. Good. She came to me without me having to stop the camera. I may end up editing part of that out, but she is doing well. We did have, me and Coco, we had a little incident on Friday. And I'll tell you about this, because it was not funny at the time or later in the day, but it was kind of funny now. So they have fish oil that has been prescribed to them from their vet. And so I put a little bit of fish oil in their food every morning. And they each have their own bowl of food, but they typically eat out of the same one. And so I don't know if I gave them too much fish oil, or Coco ended up eating all of the food that was primarily covered in the oil, but later in the day she reeked of tuna fish. It was so bad. So it was disgusting. And so I ended up brushing her teeth several times, and she loves her toothpaste. So it's not like I was punishing her, and so she didn't mind the toothpaste whatsoever, but she smelled so bad. But thankfully she doesn't stink anymore. So it don't stink and don't smell like fish, but it was bad. So here she is, and you can see she's still quite a bit smaller than her sissy, but she's doing really well. And I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye bye, everybody.